In this video, I'm just going to continue my talk about being denied entry into Thailand. I spoke about that in a previous video. In this video, I just want to talk about my experience in Cambodia. Now, what happened was, obviously I was having a very bad day. Obviously, here I am being denied entry to Thailand. I'm stuck on the Thai-Cambodian border. I've already been scammed for the Cambodian visa, which I spoke about in a previous video, so I had no idea what was going to go on and what was going to happen to me. But what happened was, I actually had a surprisingly good experience all the way through Cambodia to get back to Thailand, and that's what I want to talk about here. So this video is actually a bit of a compliment on Cambodia. That video where I, ranted about the scam and the corrupt Cambodian police, that's there. But this is actually a compliment. I'm just going to go through what happened to me, and it's also a bit of a, a backhander on Thailand, because Thailand's got some questionable sort of service and English levels and so forth, but boy, in Cambodia, like I said, I had a surprisingly good experience. So what happened to me was, when I was refused at Thai immigration, they palmed me off to some dude. I'm going to call him a dude because it's the shortest word I've got to write there. And this dude took me back to the Cambodian immigration. That is, palm you off and you go back to Cambodian immigration. I had to pay another 1,000 baht for a Cambodian visa, which is fair enough because they said that I was already stamped out. But at least I wasn't scammed. See how that also proves my scam video? It proves that I was scammed to get to pay 1,500 baht for the Cambodian visa, or which is 500 more, or 400 baht for the stamp. It proves that I was scammed because I paid 1,000 baht for the Cambodian visa. The visa cost $30 US, which is about 1,000 Thai baht, and then I went through and was stamped in the passport, got the photo and fingerprint scan. Okay. Then there was a fellow there, another dude, who took me to get a taxi, because now I had to go to the international airport at Siem Reap. I had no idea how to get there, so this fellow took me to a taxi, obviously very helpful. He did ask for a tip, and look, I wasn't in a very good mood, as you can imagine. I've had a bad day, very hot, I was hungry, getting a headache and so forth, but I think I had 20 baht in my pocket that I tossed to him. Maybe that was a bit stingy, but a bit of a tip was worth it to give to that person. He took me to a taxi, and he spoke English, by the way. He was courteous, he spoke English, gave him a tip, got me a taxi. Then the taxi driver, they were going to charge 1,200 baht to go to the airport at Siem Reap. Well, first I had to go to a travel agency to buy a ticket. Now, even 1,200 baht compared to a similar taxi trip, it was about a 2 to 3 hour taxi trip. In Thailand, that wouldn't be that bad, but at least it came down to 600 baht because there was someone else sharing the taxi. So I was lucky and paid only 600 baht for the taxi, which was a massive win. Definitely, a 1 hour's taxi trip from Bangkok out to outside of Bangkok's going to cost you more than 600, 700, 800 baht. So that was pretty good. The taxi driver as well spoke English and so forth. Much better than in Thailand. It's rare to find a taxi driver to speak English, even a courteous one. So the taxi driver was courteous, spoke English, 600 baht, 2 or 3 hour trip. I fell asleep in the taxi, so it might have been 3 hours. So at Siem Reap, I was palmed off to a tuk-tuk driver who took me to a travel agent to buy a ticket. Now the travel agent, again, the girls there were friendly, courteous, spoke English. The only big issue was the aeroplane ticket back to Thailand cost $150 US, which was over 5,000 Thai baht. That was expensive. That was massively, maybe double. If I wanted to fly to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, that's probably more than double flying to Malaysia. So I went to a money exchange to get US dollars. They were fairly friendly, spoke English, not a bit less English, but they were helpful and, got me what I wanted, got my US dollars, brought the ticket, all friendly, all spoke English. Then the tuk-tuk driver took me to the airport, he charged 200 baht. The tuk-tuk driver, I think I mentioned this, spoke English, was courteous in Thailand. Boy, to find a tuk-tuk driver that can speak English and is courteous and so forth. I was expecting him to charge, I don't know what I was expecting, maybe what, 500 or more? 200 baht was a win. A similar length of trip and time in Thailand would have been 500 baht plus, so that was a massive win. At the airport restaurant, had to get a feed. By this stage I had a splitting headache, no food, and got a coffee and so forth. Again, friendly staff, spoke English. And the airport check-in onto the plane, again, courteous and English. So my whole trip through Cambodia, and you can see there's 7 or 8 interactions with Cambodian people. They all spoke pretty good English. They were all courteous. So I had a surprisingly good experience, even though I was having a terrible day, obviously being denied entry to Thailand. The whole trip through Cambodia was a pretty good experience, all friendly. Each hit I had, each interaction, 7 or 8 there, were all friendly and spoke English. It was quite remarkable, and it's also a backhander to Thailand, where, boy, if you go through a similar experience in Thailand, you can go through a nightmare. Poor English, poor service has been my experience. Sorry, I don't mean to criticise Thailand always, but, you know, that was, like I said, I've been so hardened to Thailand that was a dream. Cambodia and Malaysia. I've made a video, no, not a video, sorry, but I've made a Facebook post about Malaysia. 'Cause my experiences in Malaysia have also been good. Everyone spoke English and were friendly and so forth. Like I said, Thailand, you probably get the worst service, at least in my experience, out of Cambodia and Malaysia. And even Laos I only went to a few years back, so, but definitely Cambodia and Malaysia have got better experience, service in my experience than Thailand. Anyway, I just want to praise Cambodia, even though I was scammed, and that 1,000 baht for the Cambodian visa proves I was scammed. It actually proves my scam video, people. It proves it. Okay, there was no 1,500 and there was no 400 baht, excuse me, for a stamp. So that proves again, if I need proof, I don't need proof of the scam. So there it is. That was my trip through Cambodia to get back to Thailand. Pretty good experience. I hope that never happens to you, but there it is.